Looks like we're about to go on. We're about to go on. As it's now surfing. It looks like it's live again tonight. As I now greet you once again tonight from the Celestial Lodge of Yod-Heh-Wav-Heh, the God of the Hebrews, Elohim of the Hebrews, Yod-Heh-Wav-Heh, who is the Grand Master of the Celestial Lodge. Praise Yod-Heh-Wav-Heh. I greet you once again tonight from the Celestial Lodge of Yod-Heh-Wav-Heh here in Miami of Florida. And to the nation of Yisrael, Yisrael Yahweh, I say Shalom Aleichem, Shalom Aleichem, Lalatov, good night. And Shalom Aleichem be unto all of ye, mine own people, that are of the nation of Yehuda, Yehuda Yahweh, also known as Judah. The children of Yod-Heh-Wav-Heh that are of and from the east, according to Deuteronomy chapter 14, verse 1, ye are the children of the Almighty Elohim, Yod-Heh-Wav-Heh.
Yes,
That's who your parent is, not your parents. They're not your parents. They are a pair that were rented. I said they are a pair that were rented. We rented a pair to bring you forth. And you call them parents. You have one parent, one Ab, which is Aleph in Hebrew, father in English. Again, his name is Yod-Heh-Wav-Heh. And if you look over my left shoulder again tonight, as always, to the right of the screen, as you look at the screen, you will see one of several photo images that he took. He had a photographer to take as he posed and looked upward toward heaven with his woolly hair, pure wool. That is who he is. Whether you like it or not, it doesn't matter. No matter what you call him. You can call him whatever you'd like to call him. It's okay. You never knew him. We're going to go into that a little bit more tonight. No such thing as a Hulan Mitchell Jr. Where did he get that from? Birth certificate? We all have birth certificates that were presented by the slave master. The slave master gave you a certificate of birth. Well, your Ab gave you a certificate of everlasting life. That means you were not born. You were formed. You were formed, made, and created to have everlasting life. And I came to make sure that it continues. I was sent to make sure you continue everlasting life. Since when do you need a certificate for birth? Just because you think you know mine Ab, you think you know him. You're going by tabloids. You're going by birth certificate, Hulan Mitchell Jr. Well, what happened to Senior? What happened to Senior? Do you know him too? You didn't know him either. Praise the Lord. No matter if you like it or not, whether you know him or do not know him, he's still my Ab, and he is Yod-Heh-Wav-Heh, and he made that clear. In all of his books, the beginning of his books, he wrote with his own finger. He put a thesis and another photo image in his books. Though he did not put a name, he put a thesis with no name. Why? Because in the thesis, it tells you who he is. Especially being the Grand Master of the Celestial Lodge. And surprisingly as it may seem to some of you, he's also the architect of the universe. Now you have to study architect to know what an architect is. An architect is an artist who drafts up a building by draft, by writing, usually a pencil before it's built. And mine are, who you see over my left shoulder, the right of the screen, the photo image, is one who architected, he drafted up this universe before it was built. And you think Hugh Lyon Mitchell Jr. did that. Hugh Lyon Mitchell Jr. did not do that. Neither did Moses Israel do it. Yahshua our Messiah, Yahshua the Messiah, Yahweh the Messiah, Yahweh ben Yahweh, none of them did it. Yod-Heh-Wav-Heh did that.
That's right.
And that is his name. Ineffable. 3 Hebraic characters. One of the 3 positioned twice. That's why you have 5 limbs on each hand. For hey. 5 limbs. 4 fingers and 1 thumb. Some people think they have 5 fingers on 1 hand. That's why you tune in tonight, so you can learn to know better than that. That's what you're taught in schools. They have the nerve to want to open up schools during this plague. That's what they teach your children. That's what they teach them. Things like that. Ignorance like that. You have 5 fingers on your hand, baby. Now count them. A, B, C, D, E. And when you run out of hand, go to the next one. F, G, H, I, J. When you run out of fingers, go to your toes. That's what they teach you. They want to open up schools for that, public schools. And then by the time they get to the 10th toe, they got the coronavirus. You go to school Monday, you gotta stay home Tuesday, and die by Friday. On a ventilator. You fool, you. That's your present. That's your present dent. A dent in the mind. He's your present dent. His mind is all messed up and dented, like in a car crash. Total, non-repairable. Anyway, he's not my subject, but learn how to count without your toes and your fingers. You have 4 fingers and 1 thumb on each hand. A total of 8 fingers and 2 thumbs. And you also, you know, we taught that the other night. You also have 3 ears times 2, a total of 6. You ain't going to school to learn that. They're not going to teach you that. Your ears could be covered up anyway with some type of string going around it with a mask on. Isn't that ridiculous? You have a string going around your ear, your outer ear, both, to hold a mask on your face. That's the most ridiculous thing I've seen. Children in school already. And kids, children and kids in school. Wearing a mask on, coloring crayons on a coloring book. And it looks like the teacher's a robber with a mask on their faces, teaching alphabets and science with a mask on. You were told that these days were coming. In Daniel and Matthew, the book called Daniel and Matthew. Anyway, no matter what mask you have on or do not have on, no matter what you say or what you think of my as I introduce him to this planet again tonight, he is the Elohim of the universe, also known as God, Yod-Heh-Wav-Heh. That is who he is. And again, the photo image is over my left shoulder to the right of the screen, as always. One of them, several. One of several. Anyway, I've been told to greet you with Shalom Aleichem, my people. And Allah told good night, Shalom Aleichem, peace to all of ye, my own people, the nation of Judah, Israel, all 12 tribes, the children of Yod-Heh-Wav-Heh from the east, the heavens, you're also from the heavens. Anyway, welcome. Who am I? I am Mem, the first. I'm the first Mem. I'm also Mem Sophi, the last Mem Sophi. There will be no other. No other is coming after me. See me, Mem Yud, no other is coming after me. You can look and you can wait, but don't sit on the bus stop. There's not another one coming. And I'm the host of this testimony and all the testimonies that we feature every Wednesday night now. That's called now the End Gathering. That's END Gathering. I'm also known as Mem Yod Kaf Yod Wave. Again, Mem Yod Kaf Yod Wave. From the beginning. I'm also known as Mika Yahweh, here at the end, as it's translated into English, which is, and which was, and which is now come. C-O-M-E. And it was mine, celestial soul, and name that was euphemized. It was euphemized during transliteration from Hebrew into English. And it's now recorded in the book called Daniel. It's called Daniel. It's not the book of Daniel. It's called Daniel. It's named not Daniel. Daniel. The King James Version Bible and all the other 19 Bibles of Strong's Concordance that's being read today. A book called Daniel. In that book, in chapter 12, I'm known as, quote, Michael, the great prince, end quote. Which says, stand up, I'm standing. That's a lie. My name is not Michael, the great prince. My first name is not Michael. The name Michael in English means, I quote, who is like Elohim. The EL is the abbreviation for Elohim, end quote. That some encyclopedias and dictionaries says that name means who is like God. That's a lie too. My name is not that. My celestial name is Mem Yod Kaf Yod Wafe. That's 5 Hebrew characters, and 2 of the 5 positioned twice. That's 2 sets of twins. They're all married to Yod Wafe. I'm also known, again, as Mika Yahweh. See, I'm Mika Yahweh, or Mem Yod Kaf Yod Wafe. There's a difference. Mem Yod Kaf Yod Wafe, or Mika Yahweh, whichever you prefer. This celestial name means, and I quote, who is like Yod Wafe, end quote. That's a difference. Big difference. Nevertheless, I say glory, praises, honor, and blessed is the name Yod Wafe. Forever. See, it's forever. And I have yet to see a date when forever ended. Now, if you're watching this video, or you're tuned in live tonight on social media's Facebook, I'm not really looking at comments, but I invite you and I accept your offer if you can show me, doing your research, what date forever ended. Just, text it to me, do a comment, and just say, Mika Yahweh, you're wrong. Forever ended, whatever year it was, whatever day of the week, whatever month of the year, just type it so I know when forever ended so I can praise my for me living overtime. I'm always living overtime because forever ended. We must now be in a twilight zone. It's a fantasy. Right, Benjamin? Benjamin Netanyahu? Benny? Benny had my people hostage over there. Shalom Echlekam. Alato Echlekam of Miami. Benny. Yod Wafe. Shemachim. Yoshi Reshal Yod Wafe. Ani Mem. Ani Mem Sophie Ani Hey. Beshi. Melek Ani Hey. Mem Yod Kaf Yod Wafe. Benny. Bain Reshith Ani Gam Ye Kates. Asher Hu, Asher Haya. Asher Bo. Hey Shalai. Gadol Sar. Mem Yod Kaf Yod Wafe. Shabakabo Burkashem Yod Wafe. Olam. Praise Yod Wafe. That haven't ended either. Olam had not ended. That means forever in Hebrew. Olam. Anyway, I would like to also welcome all of you and you that are watching this video right now, or those that have joined us on our teleconference line, watching live, listening live, Hearing Live. We welcome you and you again tonight, this week, to the testimony that was promised to be uttered by two witnesses, as far as you know, that were sealed in the scrolls of the anointed one of Yorubafe, and is now read in all 20 Bibles that are joined to the Strong's Concordance of James Strong, and is now found in those 20 Bibles as the last book of 66 books. The last book of 66 books. 66, keep that in mind, 66. That's called, in the English tongue, quote, Revelation, end quote. Some say the Apocalypse. In particular, these two witnesses have found that book's chapter that's known as 11. That's why they segmented it to become 11, to symbolize the two candlesticks in verses 3 and 7, as well as chapter 12 and verse 11. The two candlesticks, two witnesses. Now, you may read that on your own. We're not going to go into that tonight. That's not on our agenda, but you can read it on your own. In the meantime, we also ask you that are tuned in, as planned to join us tonight in continuance, to please take out your study tools if you want to join us continuously tonight until we say good night or allow the total again. Take out your study tools, and your study tools consist of, most importantly, we have now went to the new heaven, so you need a new King James Version Holy Bible. If you have the old one, it's okay. You can keep up. King James Version Holy Bible, the new, or the NLT, the New Living Translation. Get your Strong Concordance, Bible Dictionary, Interpreter's Dictionaries, seven encyclopedias. Most importantly, now you're going to do another writing exercise in a few moments. Take notes. Grab something to write with, something to write on, take notes. Because we're going to do a small exercise of writing tonight in a few moments. So grab all of that, stay tuned, and have fun, sit back, relax. We're going to have another good time tonight, learning, to continue to prove the devils to be the liars that they are, who is being guided by the father of lies, Halel, or took up space down the Oval Office of the White House. Halel in Hebrew, Halel. Hey Yud Lamet Lamet in Hebrew, Halel, also known in English as hell. And also known in the Bible in the book called Isaiah in chapter 14, verse 12 as Lucifer. Also known in Revelation chapter 12, verse 9 as the great dragon. That old serpent called the devil and Satan, as we sat on him. Sat and Satan. That's who he is. Praise Yoruba.
Praise God.
Now, for the record, it's being recorded. Tonight, at this sundown, it constitutes, now keep up, it constitutes the sixth day of the sixth month to coincide with the 66th book called Revelation. Also, 6,023. That means we now have 666 slash 23. The 23 coincides with the 23 Hebrew alphabets. The 23 Hebrew alphabets, as we added one without the final. See, the one known as Mem Sophie is not part of that. Neither Kaf Sophie. Kaf Mem Sophie belongs to my soul. So we have now 666 and 23. And of course, that's of our solar calendar. Now, don't confuse this now with June 6th of their calendar. That's their Gregorian calendar. You know, June 6th, 6th month, 6th day of their calendar. No, this is solar. The 6th month, the 6th day of the 6th month, 6,023. And now see, that calendar Their calendar constitutes the same day as August 12th. August 12th, 2020. That 12 is also significant. It plays a significant role tonight. So I repeat, this is the sixth day of the sixth month, 6023 of our calendar, 6023. It's also known as August 12, 2020 of their calendar. Also, for the record, this is our end gathering, the end gathering that's numbered as 19. Keep that in mind now, 19. So our numbers so far tonight are going to be 19, 23, 13, 12, and 11. All right? Got that? Now, I said that to share this. Since we have our weekly end gatherings on Wednesday nights, right? Okay. If we held our end gathering last night or yesterday, opposed to tonight, which was also our Shabbat, our Shabbat just ended.
Yes.
Okay. Then that would have been which day? The fifth day of our sixth month, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now turn to Ezekiel chapter 8. Turn to Ezekiel chapter 8. We're going to learn this first. We have a special testimony we're going to share with the world tonight. Yeah. We're also going to go back a little bit to last week in a few moments. But we have to share this first. We're going to reveal this and we're going to disclose this and share this revelation. I want one of my angels, I have two angels here again tonight at the round table. Again, we're in Miami, of Florida, the United States called America. The United States, we're in Miami. I received word a couple of weeks ago that I was being watched by someone in Africa, a country in Africa. He typed to me and said, I'm watching you from Ghana or someplace in Africa. That put a smile on my face to know that we're officially worldwide, international.
Yes, we are.
Even recordings. If they have YouTube, we can get YouTube. We're going to download this. I heard we can download this from Facebook to YouTube. So we're going to make an effort to do that as well, to fulfill Revelation chapter 1, verse 7. To read that, they'll have Kabaya and Zephaniah here again at the round table, two angels, that voice you're going to hear. Read verse 1. Ezekiel chapter 8, verse 1. Please.
And it came to pass in the 6th year, in the 6th month, and the 5th day of the month, as I sat in mine house.
See, that's not my house. You see where I taught you how to say mine? You can't say my house, because my house is Memyo's house. My house. Right? You got to say mine. I'm the only one who taught you that. Mine Ab did not teach you that. Now you know the difference. Now you see the difference of why you say mine. Would you read that again, please? I mean, look at the power.
The whole thing over.
Please.
And it came to pass in the 6th year.
That's the first thing you got to remember. It came to pass, which was yesterday. That's why you got to read it tonight. But what happened? In the what?
In the 6th month, in the 5th day of the month.
Is that not true? It came
Right. Wow.
to pass. That means that this could not be fulfilled until this came to pass. Oh, you're going to see why in a moment. What happened?
As I sat in mine house.
Now you're in mine house. And who?
And the elders of Judah sat before me.
Now see, you're reading for me. Because I have the elders of Judah sitting around me right now. In mine house. And what happened as they sat before me? See, me, Mem Yo. So you can read this, but you're reading for me. Mem Yo, me. They sat before me. That what?
That the hand of Mem Yod Kaf Yodewabe Elohim fell there upon
Upon me. It's
upon
okay.
me. No, it's Yodewabe. It's Yodewabe.
Right, because now you got God all caps.
Right.
See how you learn? See why your Ab taught you in that book that he wrote called You Are Not a Nigger? Our True History of the World's Best Kept Secret. Said you need a religious teacher to teach you how to read the Bible. Now, I let you stumble on that and I will pick you up. Dust your knees off. Wipe your knees off. Now read it again, the last line. That the what?
That the hand of Yodewabe fell there upon me.
Right, Mem Yo.
Mem Yod.
You got that? See, this 6th year, counting backward, would be 2014. So that also passed. Right? I'm not good. I'm not a mathematician, but somebody else say, help me now, help me with this math. This is 2020. Gregorian calendar. Now let's count backward 6 years. That's what it says, right? In the 6th year? Okay. So let's count backward from tonight that came to pass.
2014.
2014. Correct. Now, here's the bonus question. Collect $500. Bonus question. Well, if you get 200 points, you get $20,000. Family Feud. Right? Let's see who get 200 points. Family Feud. I mean, we're family, aren't we? Let's feud. I'm not Steve Hartley, though. I'm not Steve Hartley. Or Harvey. Harvey, like the harvest, is right? No. Okay. What happened on August 11th, 2014? Or should I ask, in the 6th year, which was 6017 of our solar year, which is also 6 years prior to 2020, or 6023 of our solar year. So what happened? See, some are going right away to Google. You ain't gonna have time. You ain't got
I
time.
think Google will tell us anyway.
Google ain't gonna tell you like I'm gonna tell you. In the 6 months, see, Google can give you history. Google can take you back to 6017 of our solar year, or it can take you back to 2014. But Google ain't gonna have the codex that was hidden in this fellow who committed suicide for a reason. I made someone commit suicide. Oh, I kill, I make alive. I wound, and I heal. Mine, I, even I, we do both, do all these things. See, something happened that shocked the entertainment world. And I'm sure a lot of you from the old school watched on television Mork and Mindy. Mork and Mindy and Mrs. Doubtfire or something like that. What's another one they made, the Bungee? Jumanji.
Yeah.
Mrs.
I couldn't get that right when it came out. I used to call it the pajamas. The pajama. It was called what is it called? Jumanji. Yeah, that's, I call it pajamas. I just Robin Williams, the American actor and comedian who starred in Mork and Mindy and Good Will Hunting. He committed suicide by hanging himself at 63. 63 years old. As in 6 and 3 is 9 or 3 sixes. 6 3, 3 sixes. 18. Now, here's where I told you you're going to leave something to write with. I I'm going to spell his name, and I'm going to have you to turn to something in a moment, see the connection. Robin, you know, like the bird, Robin. Now we're going from left to right, English. Robin, like bolo, O-B, like bee, you know, bees. Robin, Robin. Slash, last name now, Williams, Williams. Williams. You got it? Now, in this name is hidden Rob. R-O-B. Rob. Right? Also in this name is hidden N-I-N. Right? Also in this name is hidden Will, W-I-L-L. Now we're talking August 11th, 2014. 6 years before today. And also in this name is I, E-Y-E, in the middle, and A-M. Yes, AMs. It's like two. Right? Okay, all that's hidden in this name. And hidden in prophecy and codex. That's related to Judah of the elders that sit before me right now.
Wow.
Well, let me show you. Okay, now, on the same date, August 11th, what happened in 1913? See, ma'am. 1913, also hidden in Codex and Prophecy. This is the, you know, you got 100 points. Now you need another 100 to get that 200. Look, I'm thinking. No, what's the pandemic? That was 1918, I believe. Right? All right. Now, if you see me cough, it ain't because I got coronavirus. Don't make that mistake. That's a plague. I'm not gonna give myself my own plague. That's ludicrous. That'd be like Robin Williams hanging himself. Plague. No, we got, this house is cold. And we go outside in Miami here, in Miami, Florida. We go out there, that humidity, that heat, 105 when our thermometer outside, 105. Other than 110. So when you go out in the 110 humidity, come back and it's cold with 64 degrees, you're gonna go. Right. You know. I'm not human, but I'm celestial. So it'll be, I'm still gonna, right? Don't say, oh, he got COVID. You know, we may not see him next week. Next thing you know, he's gonna be in a respirator. Yeah, I'm gonna be resting already. I'm gonna be rested, but I'm no Raider. Ain't no Raiders, ain't no football. Ain't no NFL. So how am I gonna rest on the Raiders? It's over. I mean, I'm gonna tell you what happened that day, but I seen the damnedest thing on the news a few moments ago earlier. I still can't believe it. They actually said they're gonna cancel Halloween this year. How in hell do you cancel Halloween? Just don't say boo. Don't put in a costume as Donald Trump. There would be no Donald Trump costumes this year. Could you imagine? They canceled Halloween. And you should see the faces of some of the children. I mean, trick or treat. Now don't be, it may be a trick, so don't fall for it. Both. August 11, 1913, what happened? Here's what happened. 12 workers on the Panama Canal, as it was were killed in a sudden rock slide at the quarry at Portobello. Portobello. 12, only 12. Why 12? You know, Judah is not with the other 10 tribes today, neither Lavi of Israel. But 12 workers were killed on a sudden rock slide. That made news. That means each death symbolized a tribe of Israel. And the next day, which was August 12th, 1913, you ready for this? I'm glad you're sitting down. See, this is August 12th, right? 2020. Well, on August 12th, 1913, the infamous brand name that's known as, quote, Oreo, O-R-E-O, Oreo, end quote, was registered to by the United States Patent Office. You know, if you want to patent something, you got to register. So they registered Oreo with the Patent Office, the U.S. government, and their trademark office for the exclusive use to patent their use for a black base cookie, black and black base with a white cream on the inside that became their new cookie that was produced by the Nabisco, the National Nabisco Company, to join the rest of the company's cookies, Nabisco. How about that? See, in 1913, the Oreo was born. Even the Negro slaves that were still there, still going around. But since black lives did not then, they do not today. Black lives, it don't matter. At least to the white people, it doesn't matter. Then what they did was they later baked the opposite. 2 yellow or white layers with black chocolate in the middle. You know they have those, right? Yeah. That's what they have right now, right? It's still called Oreo. Now get the shock. Turn to Leviticus chapter 19, 13. 1913. Hey, that's I said 1913. We'll turn to chapter 19 and read verse 13. Don't lose now. Put your mark in Ezekiel chapter 8. We're going to come back to Ezekiel chapter 8. Don't forget that. Don't lose it. I'd like for you to start reading that. Wait. Now, we said August 12th, right?
August 12th.
I mentioned August 12th, right? So let's start at verse 12.
Leviticus chapter 19, verse 12.
Yeah, because it's a law. You should know what?
And ye shall not swear by my name falsely.
You got that? It's a law. See, Yahweh, his name is not Yahweh. Our Ab's name, our Elohim's name is not Yahweh. He's not the God of England. So you can say, I swear to Yahweh, I did not take that cookie, the Oreo. You're safe. Yeah, the English gods don't care if you eat the cookie or not. But don't ever say you swear to our Ab's name that you ain't take that cookie because he's going to come get you. You will not be able to eat any more cookies if you do that. None. Falsely. Neither what?
Neither shalt thou profane the name of thy Elohim.
My goodness. And there's the am. There's the I and the am. From Williams. What?
I am Yod-Heh-Wavet.
Right. Now read the year, 13.
Thou shalt not defraud thy neighbor.
Uh-huh.
Neither rob him.
Neither rob him. Rob. R-O-B.
The wages of him that is hired shall not abide with thee all night until the morning.
Wow, how about that? You got robbed there. But we still got to find in, and we got to find will, and we got to find I, and we got to find ams. Right? Okay, now go to chapter 26, same book. Chapter 26. And read from what verse? Take a wild guess. 13. Remember 1913? 13, mem. So read from verse 13, and there go your I am.
Quote,
Uh-huh,
I am Yorewape, your Elohim,
uh-huh.
which brought you forth out of the land of Egypt, that ye should not be their bondmen.
Ooh,
And I have broken the bands of your yoke, and made you go upright.
do you have that? I mean, can you comprehend this? At one time, all the children of Yehoshaphat, known as the children of Israel, he made them go upright. Broke the bands of the yoke. Made them go upright. Look at 14, the next day.
Quote, but if ye will not hearken unto me,
Mem Yod.
and will not do all these commandments,
What happens in verse 15?
and if ye shall despise my statutes,
Mem Yod.
or if your soul abhor my judgments,
Mem Yod.
so that ye will not do all my commandments,
Mem Yod. Notice they said mine yet.
right,
It didn't say mine yet.
but that ye break my covenant.
Mem Yod. Now, when you do all those things in verse 15 against Mem Yod, read verse 16 and see what your Ab going to do to you.
I will also.
No,
I also.
See the difference? He's telling you what you are going to suffer if you do this against Mem Yod. That's signified by also. I also, they go will.
I also will do this unto you.
What he would do? I will. Look at I will. They go, I will you.
I will even appoint over you terror,
What?
consumption, and the burning
That's ague. You
ague.
know what burning ague is? Sexually transmitted diseases.
Wow.
Yeah, you got to go to the health department. It's embarrassing too. You go to the health department. Number 6. Number 7. You look at the light and you're trying to hide. Trying to walk right. I bear witness. Yeah.
Shot in the booty.
Get a shot and then play it off. Like you ain't know any better. The most embarrassing part is you got to bring that person in. Oh, what? Yeah, you got to bring your partner in. Oh, Lord. What do I tell my wife? Oh, yeah. What do I tell my husband? You got it too? Uh-oh. You wouldn't have to worry about any of that if you obey the law
That's it.
and the statutes and commandments and judgments, as it says in verse 15. Right? You don't have to worry about that. That's why I came in verse 16 to say if you do, you go get a number. Number 7. That will do what? That
Shall consume the eyes.
You got that right. It even causes blindness. It does. And cause what?
And cause sorrow of heart.
I'm so sorry I went out with her. I'll never speak to him again. And ye shall know what?
And ye shall sow your seed in vain.
Look at that. Look what it does to the seed. That's children. And you know what? When it happens, you say, uh-oh, that means my baby might come out like this, so I'm going to get an abortion. I'm not making it up. Look at it. For your what?
For your enemies shall eat
What you think that means? Shall eat it. That's abortion. Stop it. Be upright. The yoke is off of your neck. Be upright like you was made to be upright. And stop following the heathen and the devils. And be who ye are in soul and spirit and mind, body and strength. Be the children of Yehoshaphat as ye are. the most precious and holiest children and people on the planet, even in existence. Can you imagine being a child of God as you know him? The true and only living God. You are his child. And you think you got to submit to being a devil? Being like a devil? He gave you all the, you can't even see what all he gave you. You can only look at what he gave you. You can't see it. I've seen it. Mine eyes have seen it. Mine eyes have seen the glory, the coming of Yahuwah as he came and left. I seen that. You only looked at him. It's like you're looking at him in the back of me. One of his photo images. I'm going to prove it in a moment. You don't know him. Only I know him and can tell you who he is. Read verse 17. We see, you can't see. Why? Verse 17 says what?
And I will set Memyod's face against you,
Right.
and ye shall be.
See, I will set my face, remember your face, against you, and ye shall be slain before your enemies. They that what?
They that hate you
Shall do what?
shall reign
This
over
song,
you.
you sure it's not Deuteronomy chapter 28?
Right. Yes. Yep.
Huh? That's what it sounds like. And ye shall what?
And ye shall flee when none pursueth you.
I mean, ain't nobody running. I mean, you hear the tree blowing and you run. You, somebody throw something in the trash in the alley, you take off. They start screaming, don't shoot. They say, what's wrong with it? What's wrong with him? I'm just throwing away the trash. Nobody pursuing. You run by somebody's house, you run by the house, they look out the window, look at you, see you going, and they look at, what are you running for? I don't see nobody taking off. What are you running for? Right here. That's a promise. Verse 18.
And if ye will not yet for all this hearken unto Memyod,
Memyod, me, what? Then what?
then I will punish you
Seven times more for your sins.
7.
Could you imagine that? 7 times more. Not 7 days in a row. That's 7 times each day. That's like 49. 49 punishments in 1 week. I told you my math is not good. Now I think 7 times 7 is 49. I'm not. Is that right?
yeah, you got it.
For your sins. And I will do what in verse 19 says, 19. And I will
And
what?
I will break the pride of your power.
Wait, hold it. Are you saying that Israel had power? Judah, Yehuda Yahweh have power? And Ab said he would break the pride of your power. And I will make what?
And I will make your heaven as iron,
Hard. It's so soft. Your heaven is so heavenly now and so soft and pleasant. All of a sudden it becomes so hard. It'll be hard to enjoy peace and shalom, your mind. And you look at your what?
and your earth as brass.
Now you know it's not talking of destruction. It's ye. Remember the new heaven, new earth?
New earth, yep.
It's ye. I told you last week or the week before what heaven and earth is. It's on you. It's ye. And verse 20 says what? Your strength what?
And your strength shall be spent in vain.
Don't even get paid for it. For your what?
For your land shall not yield her increase,
What else?
neither shall the trees of the land yield their fruit.
Now you know this tree is not symbolic. Not necessarily all literal and symbolic. You're the trees. Remember the trees we went over last week?
Mm-hmm.
Read verse 21 and 22, please.
And if ye walk contrary unto Memyod, and will not hearken unto Memyod,
I will do what?
I will bring 7 times
Oh, my
more
goodness.
plagues upon you
7 more
according to
times?
your sins.
What? 7 times more? On top of the 7 times? You're talking about 49 plus 49. Excuse me? Is that 98?
That's exactly what that is.
49 and 49, 98. 98 times of plagues and sins for your sins. Read verse 22, please. Here comes. Remember the Rob?
Yeah.
Rob, I-N, will, I ams. Read verse 22, please.
I will also
That's the will.
send wild beasts among you,
Uh-huh.
which shall rob you of your children.
Now you see what your see Rob. Now you see what your calls the slave master. Wild beasts. You know, it couldn't be no four-legged beasts. Will rob you of your children, not your kids. You don't have any kids. Let's make that plain and simple again tonight. Let's set the record straight. There's not one Israelite, no matter what tribe of the 12, not one Israelite have kids. And it kills, you know, it just kills my mind, my spirit, to hear my people that are dead. Especially when they say, well, my kids, you know, they're not like that. I'm not going to send my kids back to school. I take my kids shopping. We have a good time. I take my kids out to the park. Have no idea what a kid is. They ask, you have any kids? I say, no. I don't have any kids. Never had. What? What, you a virgin? No, I just don't have any kids. I have some children.
You're right.
Or I have children. Stop calling your children kids. Kids is a goat with slick, stringy hair of silk. Children have woolly hair of Israel. Wool, like you see over my left shoulder to the right of the screen. Your woolly hair, and he gave his children hair like himself. Stop shaving it off. Bald. We went over that too, didn't we? Okay, find the video, study it, watch it. Read verse 22. I will also send wild beasts among you, which shall rob you of your children, and do what?
And destroy your cattle,
Wow.
and make you few in number.
What?
And your highways shall be desolate.
See, we had highways back then. I-95, I-96, Interstate I-96, 75, I-80, I-10, highways. Did you know that? Nothing new. Go back to Ezekiel chapter 5. Don't go to 8 yet. Go to chapter 5. And we're going to start at that chapter's verse 12. Remember 12? The 12 workers, Panama, rock slide. Those 12 workers that died on the Panama Canal that were killed in a sudden rock slide. Porto, like Puerto Rico. Portobello. Read verse 12, please. Ezekiel chapter 5, verse 12.
A third part of these.
How many?
A third part.
What's this? It got to be something about this third. A third. Show what?
Shall die with the pestilence.
Uh-oh. And with what?
And with famine shall they be consumed in the midst of thee.
Woo. And what?
And a third part shall fall by the sword round about thee.
Uh-oh.
And I will scatter a third part into all the winds.
You got that? Uh-huh.
And I will draw out a sword after them.
Now, this is a punishment. All come from Leviticus 26. They could not be obedient. All this punishment. Now read 13, like in 1913.
Thus shall mine anger be accomplished.
What? Uh-huh. See? The difference. Whose anger?
Mine.
Mine anger. Now you know who's speaking to you. Not mine. You don't want this anger to be on you either. It's odd. And I will what?
And I will cause my
See, I
fury.
got part of it.
The old theory. Yeah.
To do what?
To rest upon them.
Uh-huh.
And I will be comforted.
Uh-huh.
And they shall know that I, Yod-Heh-Wabe, have spoken it in Mem Yod zeal.
See? See how easy it is to read it when you know? When I have what?
When I have accomplished Mem Yod's fury in them.
Read verses 14, 15, Read on to verse 17, please.
Moreover,
Uh-huh.
I will make thee waste and a reproach among the nations that are round about thee,
Ooh.
in the sight of all that pass by.
Mm-hmm.
So it shall be a reproach and a taunt, and instruction and an astonishment.
And that's what they are doing to ye. Your own people taunting you on Facebook and comments.
Mm.
This is a promise kept. Judah, Yehuda. What else?
Unto the nations that are round about thee,
Mm-hmm.
when I shall execute judgments in thee in anger, and in fury, and in furious rebukes.
Mhm.
I, Yod-Heh-Wav-Heh, have spoken it.
Good, gracious. Verse 16.
When I shall send upon them the evil arrows of famine,
Mm.
which shall be for their destruction,
Uh-huh.
and which I will send to destroy you, and I will
What?
increase the famine upon you,
See, destroy you, not ye. Go ahead.
and will break your staff of bread.
Mm-hmm.
So will I send upon you famine and evil beasts,
That's you. All of you who don't listen. Uh-huh.
and they shall bereave thee, and pestilence and blood shall pass through thee.
What? Uh-huh.
And I will bring the sword upon thee. I, Yod-Heh-Wav-Heh, have spoken it.
Period. Not turn. You got that? I pray they're getting this message tonight. I pray that they are. Now go back to chapter 8, same book. Let's finish Ezekiel. Complete that chapter from verse 2 as you started. Kabbalah. I mean, you started that?
Mm-hmm.
Just pick up from verse 2. Right now we're on Rob. We're on Rob in will I ams. That's what we're on. Rob in. You've been robbed. You're robbed in. Now you're in the land. And now Ob's will is being done. And I am a witness. And I am also a witness. Two of us ams. Robin Williams. Verse 2, please.
Then I beheld, and lo, a likeness as the appearance of fire,
Mm-hmm.
from the appearance of his loins even downward.
Now we're speaking of someone who's a symbol, who's here today. Keep looking, you're going to see who it is.
Fire,
Mm-hmm.
and from his loins even upward, as the appearance of brightness, as the color of amber.
You got it? So like one likened to the Son of Man.
Mm-hmm.
Bright. Like a brass complexion skin. Like the color of a cup brass. Skin of the same texture. The brightness coming through the light. Verse 3.
And he put forth the form of a hand.
See, did I just do it? You thought I was making it up. I'm fulfilling prophecy. You can see. And took what?
And took me by a lock of mine head.
And right now, you can't tell you don't have a lock in your head. You're reading this. It says mine, not my head. They wondered if I have locks on this head wrap. Well, I have hair, and they could be plaited into locks. But this doesn't say mine. It says mine. You have that. That's why I say don't cut your hair. And what happened? Now, what am I doing? Tell me if I'm lifting you up tonight.
And the Spirit lifted me up
Between the earth and the heaven, as I told you that you are. And then what?
and
what?
brought me in the visions of Elohim to Jerusalem.
I'm going to bring you the visions in a minute because you're going to see it in the back of me in a minute. To be fulfilled. I'm going to show you some more visions. And what?
to the door of the inner gate that looketh toward the north.
Now, if you come to this house in Miami, Florida, you're going to see an inner gate that's also in the inner court, facing the north. Is this gate not facing the north? In the inner gate? See, the inner gate, there's two gates. They're what?
where was the seat of the image of jealousy, which provoketh to jealousy?
That's not a question. Did I tell you Ab is jealous? We went over this. Not necessarily on live stream, but we went over in our meetings, didn't we? Our daily bread. And what happened, verse 4?
And behold,
And behold. What happened?
the glory of the Elohim of Israel was there,
Yes.
according to the vision that I saw in the plain.
Plain sight. Go ahead.
Then said he unto Memyod,
What?
Son of man,
See who was talking to? Memyo. Son of man, what?
lift up thine eyes now
Thine
the way.
eyes, not your eyes. Now the way toward the north. And I did. So I lift up mine eyes the way toward the north. And behold, northward at the gate of the altar, this image of jealousy in the entry. And I told him, look up. He said, furthermore unto Memyo, son of man, seest thou what they do? Do you see what they're doing, Micah? Even the great abominations the house of Israel, the tribe of Judah, committeth here in the United States of America, in all the cities, especially here in Miami, Florida, that I should go far off from my sanctuary as he comes, but turn thee yet again, as I did during your confessions, as he came again, a second time, and now a third time, and thou shalt see greater abominations as I'm seeing. And he brought me to the door of the court, and when I looked, behold, a hole in the wall. A hole in the wall. W-A-L or L-A-W is a hole in the law. You put your hand on the wall, the serpent bite it. Then said he unto Memyo, me, son of man, dig now in the wall. And I did last week. And when I had digged in the wall, behold, a door. A door. And he said unto me, Memyo, go in. And I did. And behold, the wicked abominations that they do here. I saw it. So I went in and saw. I saw what was, which is W-A-S, which is saw backwards. S-A-W, W-A-S. And behold, every form of creeping things that they were eating, and abominable beasts that they were pouring after. And all the idols of the house of Israel, they were pouring the trays of it, pour trade upon the wall round about. And there stood before them 70 men of the ancients of the house of Yishra Yahweh. And in the midst of them stood Jezaniah, the son of Shaphan. That's also symbolic. That's the rebellious children of Judah. And every man is censer in his hand, smoking weed and drugs, smoking and going up in incenses. And a thick cloud of incenses went up, like in right there in the parties, pool parties, smoking incense. Then said he unto me, Memyod, son of man, hast thou seen what the ancients of the house of Yishra Yahweh do in the dark? They think they can hide in the dark and do it. Every man in his chambers are the chambers of his imagination. Imagery. For they say, Yahweh sees us not. He can't see us. They say Yahweh can see us. He can't see us. Yahweh been Yahweh gone. He ascended May 7, 2007. He gone. We can do what we want to do now. He can't see us. Yahweh has forsaken the earth, the planet, all of us. He said also unto me, turn thee yet again, and thou shalt see greater abominations that they do. Well, hold on, okay, how much I got to see? Then he brought me, Memyo, to the door of the gate of Yehoshaphat's house, which was toward the north on 62nd Street. And behold, there sat women weeping for Tasmas, for their people. Then he said unto Memyo, hast thou seen this, O son of man? Turn thee yet again, and thou shalt see greater abominations than these. So how much greater could it be? How much greater than it could be? And he brought me, Memyo, into the inner court of Yehoshaphat's house. And behold, at the door of the temple of Yehoshaphat, between the porch and the altar, were about 25 men, and their backs toward the temple of Yehoshaphat. They turned their backs on him, even as some are doing today. Turn their backs on Yehoshaphat, and their faces toward the east, across 22nd Avenue, on the east, Biscayne Boulevard, on the east of Georgia View, on the east. And they worship the sun toward the east. That's why I told you that's the east that they're facing as I brought you in the chapel. You face that way because they were facing the east, praying wrong. Then said he, and he said unto me, Memyo Kaf Yehoshaphat, had thou seen this, O son of man? And he showed it to me and pointed out. Is it a light thing to the house of Judah? See what doing it? I'm not making it up. There it is. He didn't say anything about Benjamin, Dan, Gad, Naphtali, Asher, Yosef, Judah. Did they commit the abominations which they commit here? It's got to be the United States of America and the islands. Every land where Judah scattered during slavery. For they have filled the land with violence. In Portland, Seattle, Baltimore, Chicago, all over the land. With violence. Rioting, looting, shooting, killing. And have returned to provoke Memyo to anger, and you got that right. And lo, they put the branch to their nose. Now they got Coke, dollar bill.
Wow.
To their nose. The branch. What you think Coke is made out of? Cocaine. It's a plant. He asked me if I see this. Yes, I see it.
Good.
Therefore, will I also deal in fury. That's I. Now you know who that is. That's I. That's the I in Williams. You know, W-I-L. I ams in fury. See, mine eye shall not spare. Now this is your arm speaking. Not my eye. His eye. Mine eye shall not spare. Neither will I have pity. And though they cry in mine ears with a loud voice, yet will I not hear them. So keep on praying. Don't come to me. Keep praying who you think can't see you. They cannot see you. Yahweh can't see us. Woo, man. Sears.
You got two.
Prominent.
Okay, Sears. Oh, I know how it go. I was a narcotic agent undercover. I can say it now. You can come take your best shot. I'll kill you. I was DEA. I know how it go. I was DEA agent. DEA in the 1980s, late 70s. I know how it go.
Damn.
Those who thought they knew me, they thought they knew me. They think they know me now. You don't know me.
Ooh.
I busted them. I arrested them. I know. And I see it today too. Praise your Lord. I think I got that message across. That was my message that I had to give you tonight.
Yes, sir.
From your who ye think and you think, can I see you? You think he can't see you. He see you even through mine eyes. He see you.
Come on.
Even the two olive trees, as we went over last week in Revelation chapter 11. Remember? These are two olive trees, two candlesticks standing before the God. Who you think the God of the earth is in Revelation chapter 11, verse 4? You have a Elohim of heaven, and you have Elohim here of earth, right here. Now I'm going to prove it to you. I mean, we went over last week. Read that. Go. Remember I said Micah have, in chapter 5, have 4 extra verses. Right? And then I said that you have that video. I said that your made a video, a DVD of our true history, World's Best Kept Secret, lesson number 5, and he left codex in there for me to reveal today to ye. And no one else picked it up. He did a couple things. I'm going to share something else with you. I think we had it. We found that, didn't we? We want to go play that. Let's see how loud that'll go. Let's see if we can play that. Because some of them, they're so lazy. They didn't do it. They didn't do it. Play just a little segment. And let's hear.
To all flesh. Everybody will hate them. And we see that right now exhibited. Everybody on the earth hates the so-called black man of America. All the nations of the earth despise the so-called black man of America. Have you ever wondered why? Have you ever considered why?
Get ready to pause.
Here is a special warning to all you false Christians in Milcah chapter 5.
Pause.
Verses.
Here's a special message for all you. In Milcah chapter 5. In Milcah chapter 5. Now, why you so high? Turn to Milcah chapter 5, baby. Milcah. Show me Milcah in the Bible. King James Version, NLT, the other 18 versions, show me Milcah. Even the wardens, when they see while they were screening it before it go out, the guards, they screen everything he doing, every move he making, screening. That's safe. He can go out. They don't even know there is no such book called Milcah in the Bible. Given a variation in codex to his son, whom he named Micah. He didn't name him Micah. He called him Micah during this time. Fulfilling Isaiah chapter 49 and verse 1, we only made mention of my name. Right away, I picked it up. Whoa! Come on out. Let me hear what you got to tell me. So while you're looking for Milcah chapter 5, keep on playing it. Play it. Let it continue.
18 and 19.
Verse 18 and 19.
Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord Yahweh. To what end is it for you? As you cry for the day of the Lord in your churches, what end is it for you? The day of the Lord Yahweh is darkness. You don't know what you're crying for. Did you know you're crying for darkness?
Pause it for another moment. Just in case they missed it last week, he is actually reading from Amos chapter 5. So for those who want to follow this, if you're watching this on live stream, Facebook, or you're watching the recording, pause it and go grab your Bible. Turn to Amos. See, Amos, a mess. Turn to a mess. chapter 5. And read in verse 18. He just read verse 18. Now I was going to read, you're going to read verse 19. Now let's hear verse 19.
That's what Micah chapter 5. verses
Stop.
18 and 19.
Stop. Stop. He just said Micah chapter 5, verse 18 and 19. Micah chapter 5 in the Bible you only have 15 verses. I told you last week, I brought 4 more verses with me. As I told you, there were, 31,102, right? Verses.
Well, that's what they say.
That's what they say. I said 31,106. Because I bought 4 extra verses with me, plus I bought Micah chapter 8 with me. I'm going to explain Micah chapter 8 in a moment. Like, see, Micah chapter 8, I'm going to explain it. I'm going to explain this in a minute. Micah chapter 8. Go ahead.
18 says, it would be a day, the day of the Lord Yahweh is darkness and not light.
Right.
As if a man did flee from a lion and a bear met him. Or went into the house and leaned his hand on the wall and a serpent bit him.
Stop, hold it. See, remember the wall I just went over? In Ezekiel. That's my hand on the wall. Remember I went over that last week? The serpent bit him, bit me. The serpent bit, why? Because you had your hand on the wrong wall. I knocked a hole in the wall. I found a door in the wall. But when I went in, the serpent bit me because my people will follow the serpent and not the bear, not the lion. You got it? You don't know who that was. Play a little more. Let's see what else Ob said.
Yes, dearly beloved,
Yes.
because your lying, dumb, ignorant, dog preachers are not teaching you the truth.
Right.
You are going to suffer all of these things, and you are suffering them now. You go out and you work so hard, and while you're running from the lion in the street and bears devouring you in the street, and when you get back home, what you think is safety, your televisions are gone, and a robber and a burglar is in there,
A robber.
ready to bite you and hit you upside the head,
Right.
and take what little bit you have in your pocket when you got home. You're suffering this all across America. This scripture is being fulfilled in your life this minute. You are so disturbed. Many of you have good jobs and have tried to move out of the neighborhood where you were born into what you consider safe neighborhoods. And while you do that, people just suddenly go get guns
Woo.
and just come and shoot your children in fashionable schools
Woo.
and fashionable neighborhoods. And they just see you shopping in shopping centers and decide to kill 15 or 20 of you. Just go wild and mad because of the darkness of the minds of the people.
That's okay. That was recorded back in the 90s. I have some more information for you in a few moments. And codex, in the form of codex and crypto that happened in the early 90s. But for now, I'm going to introduce what I'm about to reveal by telling you to turn to John chapter 8. I'm going to remind you of something. I'm going to remind you of these words before I introduce to you who they think they know. Even those who are still here today, as he took some with him, but you're not going to see anymore. He took their souls, took them out. They thought they know me. You don't know me. You never knew me. My mom said it all the time on the podium. You don't know me. Did you know me when I was a Muslim? Did you know me when I was studying Hinduism? Did you know me when I was a Baptist? I was there. Either you don't know me. You never knew me. My own mama don't know me. Who is like you, Wafe? You don't know me. Let me remind you, I'm going to start at verse 15 to remind you that you do not know me. Why? Because ye judge after the flesh. I said ye judge after the flesh. You're looking for a fleshly God, a man. come his own name, you receive him. I come in my Ab's name, you receive me not. I judge no man. And yet, if I judge, my judgment is true. For I am not alone. I may be by myself, but I'm not alone. Why? I and my Ab that sent me. I and my Ab that sent me. I can't be alone. It's also written in your law, that the testimony of two men is true, the two witnesses, the two candlesticks, the two olive trees. See, I am one that bear witness of myself. You don't know me. Excuse me, I said, I am that bear witness. I am one that bear witness of myself. And mine Ab that sent me bears witness of me. I'm going to prove it. I repeat, I am one that bear witness of myself, mem yourself. And the Ab, the Father on your level of thinking, that sent me beareth witness of me. That's why when I sent that book, and he edited the book. Let me get to that. And I will tell you what he named the book in a few moments. Because see, then said they unto me, see, they got questions. Where is our Father? He can't see us. He's gone. Where is your Did he leave May 7, 2007? You can't see us, man. Oh yeah? See, ye neither know me, mem, nor my Ab. If you had known me, mem, you should have known my Ab also. But you didn't. Why? Because we're incognito. We've been incognito. See, I'm going to give you the exact. Let me give you the exact. But first, look up incognito. See, some of you don't know what that means. What's he talking about? Is that a state, a country, a city? Is that their weight, height? What would that be, incognito? That's the color of skin? I say we're incognito. You got dictionary? Look up INCOGNITO. Again, incognito. 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 What's it mean? Definition. Give me the name of the dictionary.
Having one's true identity concealed.
What? Having one's true identity concealed? And what else?
The state or assumed identity of one living or traveling incognito.
Oh, that means they can't see him, don't know who he is.
One appearing or living incognito.
Ooh. Okay. One appearing or living incognito. The true identity is concealed.
Mm-hmm.
I see you have a dictionary here. Did you find it? In that Webster's dictionary? Incognito. Say it real loud so we can hear you. Nationwide. Nationally. Internationally. What?
Incognito.
Incognito. What book? The Webster's dictionary. What's the name of it?
Webster, New 20th Century Dictionary.
Okay, New 20th Century Dictionary. What page?
Page 923.
Page 923 if you have that dictionary in your home or your library. What does it say?
Incognito.
Incognito what?
Unknown.
Unknown. You don't know me. You don't know my Ab either. You don't know my father. You never knew him. If you don't know me, how did you know him? What else?
To know.
To know.
Pertaining to a disguise.
Disguised.
Or in character.
Or in character.
As his is an incognito character.
In character.
A person.
Oh, they thought they knew Mika.
There's an etymology of the word.
What's the etymology of it? Probably I found the etymology of incognito. It says what?
It's from Latin.
From Latin.
Incognitus,
Mhm.
unknown. From in plus,
Unknown.
From in plus cognitus, past. Let's see.
Mhm.
Yeah. In plus cognitus, past participle of cognoscer, to
Uh-huh.
know.
To know.
More at cognition, and then when you go to cognition,
Mhm.
to get to know, acquire knowledge of,
They don't want to get to know me. They don't
become
want to.
become acquainted with,
You know, they don't want to come be acquainted with me. Ye
to
do,
know
but
or
they don't.
recognize.
Toda, that's good. Toda for that cowboy. Toda. They don't want to know. They're not interested in that. Y'all leave me alone. Leave me alone. They think I'm Mika. Mika was put out. They'll leave me alone. Mika was put out the temple. They didn't even have a temple then. The temple was just dismantled. Yahweh ben Yahweh put Mika out. When? Yeah, Yahweh ben Yahweh may have put me out, but Yodhe did not. That's all you know. What's the difference? Let me tell you the difference. The difference is Mount Ob came to Miami, Florida in 1979 as Moses Israel incognito. He came fulfilling prophecy of Micah chapter 5 verse 2. Incognito, true identity not revealed, in disguise. Why? Because Moses came first and then Joshua delivered. The son of Nun, incognito. So in 1979, Moses Israel came to Miami, Florida, in search for his incognito son. And then at around 1980, 81, he became Yahshua, incognito. And shortly after that, he became Yahweh the Messiah, incognito. Yahweh, one name, Yahweh. And then to prove he came looking for his son, he added his son with him as Yahweh ben Yahweh, incognito, carrying two, himself and his son. But they think that's his name, you fools. I'm not going into that again tonight. I might as well go talk to a funeral director and ask him if I could talk to one of the coffins, a body in the coffin. And just stand over the coffin and say, how you doing? Are you in pain? How's your family? Are they coming to see you? Might as well. It's the same thing. You're talking to the dead.
When you ask
They
for the
refuse. They refuse to learn. 19 on November 7th, 1990, incognito, Yodhe, God, Elohim of the universe, incognito, they took him in handcuffs from Louisiana, New Orleans, from a hotel, somewhere off of Canal Street, somewhere around there. November 7th, 1990. In January of 1991, incognito, I testified at his pretrial. Incognito as Charles, also known as Mika. Incognito. Incognito on Tuesday, September 15th, 1992. I remember the date. Look it up. It's a Tuesday, 1992. September 15th, about 3 weeks after Hurricane Andrew hit Miami on the 24th of August, 1992. Incognito, I went inside the Turner Guilford Correctional Institute in Miami, Florida, and went to the 6th floor to see as a state investigator, incognito, wearing a black suit, pinstripe, with a white shirt, red tie, and red handkerchief. Incognito with a badge. State of Florida investigator. Incognito. They knew me as Charles. Charles went to go see Incognito, Yahweh ben Yahweh, Incognito. Incognito went to go see Incognito. The Turner Guilford Night Correction Institute. Look it up. I visited him. Walked right by the guards. They had no idea who I am. Why? Because I'm incognito. Incognito, I sat for about 35 minutes. Incognito, both of us, incognito. He wearing a white t-shirt with khaki pants. And I had on that black suit, pinstripe, sitting down at the table, face to face. We're talking. He's talking to me, Mem. I wasn't talking to him. So at about 35 minutes into that interview, state investigator to inmate, incognito, we stood up. Said, I got to go now, son. As we stood up, I looked at him, little shorter, I'm 6 feet, he's 5'10". But he looked in my eyes. I said, Abba. I didn't give a damn if they heard what I called him or not. I didn't say Yahweh, but Yahweh. I said, Abba, what is it that you want me to do for you? It was the reason why he called me. I was on my way to the office, downtown Civic Center, State Building, on Palmetto, and I heard him with my hair in my mind say, come here, Mika. And I got off on 36th Street of the Palmetto, 826, got off. Parked that Chevy that I was driving, walked up to the window, signed in as a detective, investigate state, wrote down his name, and I had his jail number. They escorted me up, sixth floor. And after I was getting, now we're at about 37 minutes into the interview. And I said, Abba, what you want me to do for you? You did so much for me. You did so much for me. What do you want me to do for you? Cause you gave me this badge. You gave me this badge. You had to give it to me for a reason. He looked at me. I testified this before, but not internationally. I want everyone to know this. I'm about to wipe your minds clean tonight. He looked at me. He looked at me with those eyes. They're not eyes. They are not eyes. They are spheres. Spheres. The galaxy. He wet his lips, looked at my soul. He didn't look at my face. He looked at my soul. He said, here's what I want you to do for me, Mika. He paused for a second. I want you to study your name. I want you to see how your name is connected to my name. And then you're going to see how you are connected to me, incognito. You're going to see how you are connected to me. And when you study your name and find out how you are connected to me, then I want you to write a book. I want you to discover. And I want you to send that book into the Peace Foundation to Carmel. And I'm saying to myself, that's it? I mean, I want to do so much more. I mean, I want to get you out of here. Didn't want to come out. He's fulfilling prophecy, incognito. And after he said that, now we're into about 38 minutes into the interview. He said, now come here. And I came to him. I can't dwell this too much. But I went to him and he grabbed me and we hugged each other and we cried on each other's shoulders. And the God's looking, incognito. And again, I say again, as I always say, they must have thought that I just gave them some bad news, like somebody died in the family. Because here we are, hugging and crying. I'm in a suit, state investigator. He had a t-shirt and khaki pants. We crying like somebody died, our best friends. Mm-hmm. And he kissed me on my cheek, and I kissed him on his cheek. We kissed him. The God, what the hell? Mind your business. Incognito. And then we displaced. I watched him come and handcuff him back, shackles. I had to wait till they walk him out, and then I watched. That's the last time I saw my face to face, body to body. September 15th, 1992. But I did what he said. I wish I could do more. I did what he said. I mean, I became obsessed with finding out how my name is connected to his name. How am I connected to him? Incognito. When I got through typing, it was much thicker than this. I'm gonna say, you can double this. Took about 2 weeks or less, double it. I put it in a manila envelope. I labeled it. I addressed it to the Peace Foundation. Attention, Carmel. But before I did, I said, wait a minute, I got to name this book. I put a manila envelope just like this. Manila envelope. And then my mind, or he came to me and said, you got a title of your book? Oh, that's right, I got a title. So I got one sheet, and I got on the computer, and I typed in big black bold letters, like it must have been like a 75 to 80 font. I put in Roman Times New Roman font, I put M-I-C-A-H, Mika. That's the name of my book. That's what I named it, Mika. In that book, I found out my chemical elements, my name, which is not Mika. I found out my name is not Mika. They cut my name. The Theophoric extension. My name is Mika Yahweh. Who is like Yahweh? Can't be who is like God or who is like. Mika means who is like. Who is like who? The man, the deity who told me who I am in connection to him. That's who I am, incognito. I sent it to Carmel. Mika. About a week or so later, a few days, she called me. I'm in Miami Lakes in a nice house, state-of-the-art house, by myself, not alone, by myself. 3 bedrooms, sunken living room, state-of-the-art kitchen, Miami Lakes, making money, state investigator. Right? She called me on my house phone. No cell phones back then. We had phones. State had phones. We had mobile phones, portable big phones, big phones, like walkie-talkie, like in battle, yeah, like the military, yeah. Yeah, Mannix. But she called me on my house phone and said, Brother Mika, yeah, how you doing? Come here, yeah. Yahweh, that's the book. He wants to know if we can publish a book. Carmel, come on, is this his book? He told me it's his book. Yes, by all means, okay. Okay, yes, that's his book. Okay, well, we're done. We're going to send you a copy of your book. Fine. Praise Yahweh. Click. A few days after that, week or so, I get a book like this in the mail and a soft copy. Soft copy. They sent me 2. Hard copy, soft copy, just like this book. I wrote this book too. If you can see it, I don't know if you can see this. I wrote this book. It's titled Kishashi Yom, the Third Day. I wrote this too. I'm a writer. I write books incognito. And the book was about this, almost the same color, purple, grapes. My soul, grape. Grape leaves are vintage. There's no cluster to eat. My aunt told him to put in that color. He picked out the color. But the most unusual and the most funniest thing happened when I took the book out the package, out the box. The book was not titled what I titled it. I looked at the book and said, whoa, See, my Yod Wafe Incognito Yahweh Ben Yahweh changed the title of the book. It no longer said Micah. The title of the book he wrote, I quote, I bear witness of the Son, Yod Wafe. That's what he titled it, fulfilling John chapter 8 and verse 17. Only the Father can identify the Son and know who the Son is. Most, when they saw that, they thought I'm the one who bear witness of the Son, Yod Wafe. He never called himself the Son, Yod Wafe. So how could I bear witness of the Son, Yod Wafe? They couldn't see it. Their minds were blinded. When I saw that book and read a couple of scriptures in the book of Micah, I fell on that same living room floor right by the French doors of my house in the lakes. I cried like a baby, realizing now I know who I am. Like I told you before, I went to Walmart, stood in line shopping. I said, these people have no idea who's standing in line right now in this store. You don't know me. You think you know me. You don't know me. Incognito. But my Ab knows me. And I know him. So after I sent Peace Foundation a letter to let them, and actually an audio tape, let them know who I am, they thought I was calling myself Yahweh. You fools. You are ignorant. You're so stupid. I'm embarrassed to be who I am in connection to you. You, not ye. I'm embarrassed that you could be so ignorant, dead, dumb, foolish. That's why you're so ignorant. Now, they came up in the early 1990s. Last week, as we was here at the round table last Wednesday, August 5th, we were sitting here at the round table, and I was going over. We went over with the bear and the serpent biting them on the wall, and the two witnesses, two candlesticks. I have last Wednesday's night weather report, according to NBC Channel 6 forecast. And it's dated August 5th, 2020, that was given out that morning. It said, I'm quoting, you can look it up on Google yourself. Just type in last Wednesday night, just type in Wednesday night, August 5th weather report on Google, an address, you should see it. Here's what I found, quote, the oppressive heat and strong afternoon storms are what South Florida has in store Wednesday night in your first alert Doppler 6000 forecast, end quote. And we got just that. Mm-hmm. Thunderstorms. And so much until if you watch the video from last week, there's two parts. The first part is 10 minutes. Power went out. You could hear in the background, boom. I even made mention of it. Wow, Ab is here. You hear that? I'm sure you can hear it. If we heard the tape, the video, you can hear the boom. Let's show them. Go ahead, let's just show them. I think you can look over my head. Look over my head. We're going to share our screen with you. Let's let them hear what we heard. Yeah, you're going to go to the Facebook first. That one last week. And you have the sound is up, right? Yeah. That's about, is that it there? Go to, go to, now you may have to click on my silhouette. You probably have to find it. It's been paused for so long, we may have to find it again. No, go back up. No. Go back up. Click on my profile. Click on my face profile. Okay, now scroll down. You're going to keep going until you see more, right there. See what it said, more stories? Click on more stories. Scroll down. And there it is right there. Click on that, make it large. You're going to go to about what, 47
48.
minutes.
Yeah, we can go 47.
Full screen. Can you see it? I know, I realize.
We can't see the seconds or minutes.
Okay.
It's behind the picture.
How many seconds that says?
Let us know when it gets to.
Yeah, maybe I can see it better.
46.
It was.
Let's
Okay.
sit down.
Let's we just gonna for a moment put this here. I'm sure
It's right here.
doesn't mind. You got it? Go back to 47. We want them to hear at least a minute before you get to 48. Okay, that's good right there. 46 is good. Let's see how much.
Okay, turn on
Okay, listen to this part. This is a video. I don't know if I can sit to the side for a minute. Am I out of the way?
You gonna play it?
Play it, please. And then there's a book called Micah, standing right in the midst of the 66 books in total of them all. As Micah, the book called Micah is numbered as 33 from Genesis, that many are still calling Genesis, or J in Hebrew. And that beholds, the book called Micah only beholds 7 chapters. Now, these 7 chapters of the book called Micah are the same as the 7 candlesticks of Revelation. Even as only 34 books of the 66 in total of the Hebrew Version of the Bibles, but there's 11 chapters, 11 perfect chapters. In other words, there are 34 books in total in King James Version of the Bible that has at least 11 chapters. And Micah is found right in the middle of them all. And that will explain the mystery of Revelation chapter 1 and verse what? Read it. Go to verse 11. Verse 13. Go to Revelation chapter 1 and read verse 13. Go to Revelation, huh? Yeah, Revelation chapter 1, read verse 13. So 13 represents now. Get ready to pause.
Well,
Uh-huh.
and in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man.
Let it play till you get to the end of one, like garment down to the foot.
Clothed with a garment down to the foot,
Okay, stop.
and a girt about.
Pause.
Still going.
Now, I want you to, it's kind of maybe a little tricky, but go back to 48 minutes again. 48 minutes. You gotta be real delicate. Yeah, see how it plays with the mouse.
That's the best.
Okay, let me try. Let me see. There's a trick to it. You gotta really be. Okay,
Yeah.
here we are. Verse 13. Go to Revelation chapter 1 and read verse 13. Here it is now. Yeah, Revelation chapter 1, read verse 13. So 13 represents now.
Well,
Uh-huh.
and in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man, clothed with a garment down to the foot.
Stop. Pause. Now, if you noticed, you can hear the background. As soon as Kabbalah said, in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, As soon as she said candlesticks, you heard boom, the lightning and the thunder. And I said, oh, before that, I said, your Ab is here. He's here. Didn't I? Now, this is gonna really shock you, some of those. Beginning in the early 1990s, the Peace Foundation made a television series that's called The Universe of Yudewavre. Could you go to YouTube? I think we have one already available. We're gonna come back to that. Okay, now we want you to. This is series number 180, I believe. That shows you how it went on throughout the early 2000s. This television testimony from the Peace Foundation. Now we want you to pay close attention to what you're about to see. Pay very close attention to what you're about to see and hear on this video. Let it play, please. You don't know me. Can you see it okay with the light? The lighting. We can.
Who is worthy? Who is worthy to open the book? Who is worthy to open the book and loose the seals thereof?
And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man, clothed with a garment.
Stop. You don't know me. I'm incognito. You never knew me. But your Ab let the whole planet know who I am last Wednesday night. As one of mine angels read the same thing that he just said in the 1990s that they thought was Yahweh ben Yahweh. He played it for us in 2020 on the 29th day of the 5th month. We would do that's easy to go back. Go back to that again, that part. Excellent. You got it.
Who is worthy? Who is worthy to open the book? Who is worthy to open the book and loose the seals thereof?
And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man, clothed with a garment.
Okay, now go back to the internet. Go back to our Facebook live stream from last week and just go back to 48 minutes again and play that before we say goodnight. Before I say, you don't know me. You never knew me. Go back to the internet. It should still be there. You can get it now. Go back to 48 minutes, 48:01 or so. You gotta be very delicate and just light, just like you. Just go very, really easy. Okay, what's that? Now you gotta go back now. It does that. It'll go up before it goes back. There it is. Right there. Play that right there again, please. Verse 13. Go to Revelation chapter 1 and read verse 13. Same chapter, same book, same verse. Different night,
Yeah,
different
Revelation
year.
chapter 1, read verse
Different
13.
spirit.
13 represents them.
Different
Wow.
testament.
Uh-huh.
And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man, clothed with a garment down to the foot,
Uh-huh.
and a girt about the paps, with
That's. You don't know me. If they think this is a photo op, trick, photography, you think that's sound effects, If you think that's a sound effect that we had here in the house, it's just too, we couldn't show the light through the window. Like, we saw the light come through the window. We know what that was. See, they think I'm false. Well, if you think I'm false, go to hell. You don't want to come to me? Go to hell. Just go to hell. You don't know me. I'm incognito. That's all I got to say.
Praise you, Lord.